Hello buddy, Mazza Farmman, and welcome to a new Farm Sim Sunday, which I haven't done for a while. It's only going to be about 40 minutes long, which is under the hour that I normally go for, but the hour just struggles so much on the internet. You may remember this farm from FS13. A lot of you have probably already guessed it. It's Hayfield farm that I had Harrison convert over. That's one of his David Browns as well that he made. This Kid Double Chop was released, so were these trailers. This is released. I'm just taking you for all the equipment. This is released, that's released, that's in game, that's released, that's in game. Private, released, both released. Released. In game, released. I think that's it. So we have got the International here with a seed bag. There was a version of these released, I think, if I remember correctly. And I can't remember if they are released or not. But we're going to try and do some silage with this thing today. At some point, we're going to start at at least 6 o'clock at night. But I might fast forward time just till the morning. Trying to make sure the sound doesn't pick up my coughing, but it seems to just keep picking it up. Right, he should have enough to go to do this last headland, and then we've got to do a little bit ourselves. But I'll take you around all the equipment that we've got as well. There's the Marshall slurry tanker and the manure spreader. I thought I'd have the pair. It just saves time trying to pick a new one. And there's a manure plane under there. But yeah, Harrison made these David Browns, which are quite nice. I've only got both the four-wheel drive ones. The two-wheel drive one seems to have a there's no mute button on my mic, otherwise I would press it. I'd have to go into OBS to mute my mic, so I'd have to keep tabbing out the game every time I wanted to cough. Yeah, so there's a little box that appears in here, collision box, which stops you from moving, which is kind of a pain in the arse, but if you sell it, it goes. So I just thought I'd sell it and buy another four-wheel drive one, which is down here, and that's finished. Right, so we're going to quickly just go around the edges and do the headlands, or what's left of the headlands. Just sort of tidy it up a bit. Now this is the only field at the moment that's working correctly. That one you get about halfway or a quarter of the way, and it seems to say that you do not own this field, which is kind of a pain in the arse because that's kind of one of the bigger ones, and it kind of is the one that you can make the most money on. This one says it briefly on that little square there. Let's see it. My God. Sorry everyone. So we're going to upload this video for tomorrow, and then tomorrow I've got to try and record at least one Sandy Bay and at least one taste of Donegal, don't know, fucking. I know my Irish friends keep correcting me a lot in Skype. So yeah, this is only going to be about 40 minutes long. If I can make it 40 minutes. If I have to quit about 20 minutes in, then I will. It'll just be a normal length video. Alright, back down this front here. So we're not going to fast forward time, we're just going to put it on fast growth. Fast growth would sort of just speed up time so we go through the night, because I have got the real daylight mod, which makes the night incredibly dark. Now the interiors on these are, well, blank. As you can see, there's nothing. There's only the pedals and lots, but it was the first mod he ever made, and it is quite good. Right, so let's take this back to the farm. So we'll have him come out and spray when the time is ready. We're going to fast forward time first and get that out of the way. Put the camera back on. Oh, so let's just jump out, fast forward time. No, he's going to go fairly dark. It's a growth. It's at a growth stage, so let's just slow it down to normal. So that means it can have a fertilise, which we'll do a bit later. As you can probably tell, I am still ill. Real pain in the arse being ill. Trying to make videos is quite annoying because you just keep coughing all the time, and it must be so annoying for you guys. But like I said, I'd have to keep tabbing out the game, mute my mic in OBS, and then come back into the game because I haven't hotkeyed it yet, which I probably should have done. Well, there's no seed refill for these bags. No. Fuck. Sorry. I was like sort of trying to stop myself coughing, and then I laughed, and then it was like, oh god. Right, so this is the one we need to keep. So if we put you in front of it, like that, and then we'll take the loader off you. Stand you up. And then if we go Alt N, takes the loader off completely. And we'll crack on with some silage at 17, or at 7.19. Got the David Bounty buck rake. We've got the wee Massey 188 there. Now, if we just quickly get out and connect the PTO, because otherwise it plays a message and the message is irritating as hell. And I think we're going to go to maybe this field or here. As you can see, the map isn't on because this farm is not huge, so you don't really need the map. Right, so if we unfold you, turn you on. Go get our little Massey, which never seems to fail to start. And the Massey's just going to run the trailers back for us. Well, run the trailer back. I've only put one on because I haven't got course play, so it's like I don't need to do it. I don't need to do two of them, otherwise it'll just be a pain in the arse because I'll always have one attached to tractor. It's not like multiplayer, sorry. Because in multiplayer I could have someone just bringing me trailers and taking the old ones back, well, the full ones back. But because I'm in single player, I don't need that. Just sort of push it there. Just bending the PTO here. It normally does fix itself once you've got it so good. But it can be a real pain in the arse. Like that. Oh, and this is where the trailer gets stuck on the gate. And this is where you just pull like hell. If you ever get in doubt with this game, just pull like absolute hell. And it'll eventually will come through. So we're going to try and stick to this side a bit. Yes, we're hitting trees, but that's not a problem. Oop, nope, now I'm stuck. Cut it a bit closer. Yes, it's going through, but it's working. Some Facebook page released a link to him. A link to these kid double chops and these trailers. If you're wondering, but I do not have the link for them anymore. I can't remember what page it was. Now, as you all may know, I'm going away this Thursday till Sunday. So there'll be a video up Thursday, and maybe if I can get everything uploaded, there might be one Friday. But other than that, I don't know yet. This cough is irritating as hell to try and work with. So it may be that I just get the scheduled up till Thursday and then just do a couple of videos whilst I'm there and try and get some videos caught up. They won't be uploaded, but they'll be ready for when I come home and I can just edit them. But I don't know yet. That's one thing you're going to have to tell me, is if you want to see videos of where I actually am, then I will quite happily do some. We'll leave it on tick over. Let's try and stick close to the grass. Try and stick close to the edge where he's going to drive, so we don't end up cutting too much of the actual grass that we're trying to cut, like squashing too much of it down. I'm trying to follow the same track back. I'm not using my steering wheel just yet because it's right in front of me and I'd have to move backwards on my chair, so it would make some noise. Go, go, go. This Massey's unrealistically fast, I think. Probably not. They probably would do 24 in real life. Right, so I kind of want to hook up to where this thing is here. Just tip point and tip it on the floor. And then we're going to get out of this tractor, buck rake it all into the pit with the other David Brown. Like that. Oh, move combine. Are you up? Now this may be a problem because this tractor has no weights on, or is it just it's just heavy enough on the front. Well, let's try and just see if we can't flatten it a bit. Huh. Right, you can go back in the corner and turn you off. So as you can see, it's a big handful on your own, but it's nice doing it realistically, I suppose you'd call it. Because you wouldn't really back the trailers in. You'd back them in to a certain point, but then you'd have, once the pit got too high, I suppose you'd have someone to butt rake it in. As like I said, I never used to do clamp silage, we only used to do bales, so I'm not too sure on how that side works, but I'm pretty sure it works like that. If not, someone will tell me, they normally do. Clip that there. Leave it running in the trees. Come on. Oh, this is where manual attach becomes so handy. Why have you stopped running? Why did it disconnect the PTO? Did it disconnect that one? That was weird. It just disconnected the PTO for some reason, and that's too quick. I've forgotten it's not like It's not like FS13 where it'd say please slow down, because it is converted from FS13, so it just doesn't say it anymore. Right, so we're going to try and get this pit fairly full. I mean, if we just do this all episode, it's still not that bad, is it? Everyone loves silage. I've never met someone that's a farmer that dislikes doing silage. 14 minutes in. So yeah, we're going to try and bring Farms Through Sundays back. It won't be as long till I get fibre, but at least they'll be coming back. So please suggest maps. I don't really want to play Hayfield all the time, even though I do at the moment. Maybe even if we did like episode 20 or something, well, like 30 or something on Sandy Bay, even if we did that for 40 minutes and said that was Farm Sim Sun, and we combined the two, that would be pretty handy. Right. Come on. So yeah, we're only one row in. I cannot remember the website and I can't remember the Facebook page, so I'm really sorry. If I do, I will link it. But I'm assuming I will never remember because I hardly ever remember. Right, I think we're going to stop somewhere near where the mass is again. If we can stop closer to the gateway, it'll be a lot better. Don't worry, we'll go around the edges to build, to collect the bits that we did actually get rid of. Where are you? So all these bits on the edge here we will drive back round and collect. But we need to look at that wee black smoke. I think if we do this field and then we'll go spray field, whatever it is. It's funny, it's good how they've got the back to work as well. Yeah, I think if they do, oh god, the glow, the gloss on this foot rake is awful. Awfully horrible. Right, I'm going to try and get some towards the back now. I'm going to do a bit in cab and a bit out of cab. You probably would never pick it up either. But like I said, I don't know. Right, we're getting there. We're actually starting to get quite a nice looking clump. We've only got 8% in, so we still can't really blanket it. Or can we? Oh yeah, you can. 16,000 litres. Not bad. But of course we want to try and get as much in here as possible, as we've only got one. I could make some silage bales, but that would increase the lag by quite a bit. Well, not lag, there's no lag. Solid 60 frames I've had on this map constantly. And it has got an 8K sky as well, surprisingly. I wonder if that's why it was so hard to run in FS13, it had an 8K sky and no one realised. Now if I could, I would set up Courseplay to run the trailers behind me and go tip it, but then they'd get stuck after a bit because I'd have to keep going back and butt raking them up. Which would be a pain in the arse. So yeah, I think if we finish this field and then we'll crack on doing the other one. Crack on spraying or something like that. And try and get what's it's out of the way. See, I was sort of planning this silage bit for Farm Sim Sunday just to make it a bit more interesting and having an old school setup, but I don't think we're going to come back to this map for Farm Sim Sunday like next week. But next week I'm not here, so it won't really matter. It'll probably be the week after that I do another one. So you've got a whole nearly 2 weeks to give me some suggestions on maps. It's getting a bit hot. Oh yeah, 8 miles an hour, that's what it wants to do. So it's actually looking pretty good. Pretty happy with this. The first cut. The reason we're doing one of these smaller fields and not the great big one, I've already baled the big one, so it hasn't grown back yet. But I think next time we will. This is probably one of the best setups I've ever had, really, to be fair. Having the kid on the International. The International is our only power tractor. It's the only thing that's 100 plus ish. It's 100 horsepower, so I wouldn't say it's 100 plus, but it's. So it goes the International, then this, because this is 82, and then both the Dave Browns are 55. So, but I kind of don't want anything else power hungry on this map because it doesn't really require it. Right, that cleared the throat. Whee. So if we stop here, get you. So as you can see, I put a fair few hours. I think I've got about 10 hours on the save game now. And I haven't played it all day. I've been doing other stuff all day. But we must be getting near 10 hours. We'll have a look in a minute. We'll just put that at the front. We want one about the middle-ish. I've just driven over our nice clean silage with our dirty tractor. About the middle-ish there, nothing there. We are on 11% full. We probably won't get this to 100 because the fact that it's a smaller field and not a big one, which is what we want to be on. And let's just have a quick wee look at what hours we're on. Yes, 10 hours 39. I think it said I've already been playing for 2 hours and 7 minutes. As I said, I haven't been playing all day. I just wanted to try and get that field done before I recorded anything, because I realised I ain't got anything recorded for today, well, for tomorrow. And you may notice there's spaces between videos, like about a day, well, or maybe even 2 days. That's because it's a day where I wake up and I just either I just cough like fuck, or I'm just so busy that it just doesn't happen. I just don't get round to it. Come on. Oh, don't do this. You're like there. You're like... Yes, there we go. Trick the game into thinking that I was there. Alright, come on. Around the corner. Well, I don't think we're going to be doing that then, so we'll have to just do it this way. But yeah, I made hay bales out of the big field, and then I just thought we'll mow a couple of these smaller ones, which I probably... If I was going to make hay bales again, I would make them, well when I do, I'll make them out of all the smaller fields. I'll mow all the small ones and just keep the big one purely for silage. It'll save so much time, because if we'd just done the big one, we could have got a fair amount of silage in. But when you've got a little one like this, it's fairly time consuming as well, because there's so many more corners with this big arch in the middle, which is nice. Let's keep her rolling. I think if we do a 30-minute one, then that will be better. I don't. The extra 10 minutes feels like it's killing me. Which means we probably won't get this finished, but I'll finish it anyway, because I'm going to carry on playing after I've done this video. And then all I'll do is just set this to render and upload tonight. And hopefully you'll all enjoy it. The map is private, by the way, I can't give it out. I just wanted to make that clear now. It is private. Because Chris7710 was the original creator, and of course he is not playing Farm Sim anymore, so I don't think there's any way to get in touch with him unless you have him on your personal Facebook. And I might be wrong. But I don't think there's any other way, and he probably would never give me permission anyway, so. He wouldn't give me permission for FS15, but I know it was released in FS13, so don't tell me. Then I'm assuming he wouldn't give me permission in FS15. He might do, but I don't know. Apparently it's private, so it's I'm just saying. Someone told me it was. I think Harrison said it was private, or something like that. But if Harrison says it's private, then it is obviously going to stay private. Before you say anything, yes, I get pretty much all my mods off him. All the mods that I don't find, like, I don't think you'll never be able to find these David Browns unless they're in like an FS11 game or something like that. Oop. Nice big load. We are on 13%. So if we can get it to about 20, then that'll be good. I don't know. Oop. Let's put this one right at the back. Right, so we're coming up to the 30-minute mark. Done. Right. Let's get you back to the field. Oh, I've got sheep on this map as well. I've got sheep and cows that I'm doing. I got a comment asking if I'd use my steering wheel more. There's a reason I don't use it that often, and I've got a sneeze. Oh, bless me. Is the noise of it, and I don't want it to interfere with videos. And also the fact I have to sit quite close to my microphone to get it to notice that I'm here, because it's behind my screens. So I kind of have to sit close, which makes it not very good. Well, I can use it, but it sort of hits my other arm. Right, we'll do one load. This is the last load of this that you'll see, and then we'll call it quits there, I think. So I'm glad I got the old International out working today. It has just been cooped up loading stuff and not doing too hard of work. I want to give something to blow all the cobwebs out, so. And besides, the Dave Browns would never be able to do this. They're not powerful enough. Well, nowhere near powerful enough. They probably would in this game, because this game, well, FS15 is starting to look towards more that you actually need the correct horsepower to do something. But with this being an FS013 or FS13 piece of equipment, I don't think FS15 stuff applies to it. So I'm sure someone will moan at me that I've got it wrong, but they normally do. So I'm thinking that they just straight up converted it and got it to work, and then they never put any FS15 stuff on because there's no power requirement for it. There's nothing, so you could probably run it behind anything, and it would work. So as you can see, it's getting a bit, we're getting further into the field, so we're kind of losing, we're not getting like one out of every headland on what we were getting out the first time we started. We are barely getting one out of one rotation. Which isn't bad. It's not horrendously bad. It's quite good still. But I will probably just keep mowing, well, keep using all the other smaller fields till I've got it somewhere near full, and it is full. It's full now. Let's jump out, go get the Massey. Keep it at a low speed in a field just in case something goes wrong, and we go. Then we'll butt rate this last load in, and that's it. So this Massey is quite fuel efficient. We've done 31 minutes of recording. It's been running since I started the recording, and it's used 2 litres of diesel. That's it. Whereas the David Browns have got... The David Browns are quite fuel hungry. They are quite drinkers on fuel, but this obviously doesn't burn as much when it's revving up. As you can see, it's not as thick smoke. Whereas the David Browns seem to just be someone has turbocharged them, and they don't burn any fuel. They just burn a little bit, and the rest just gets wasted. Probably why they use so much. They just waste half of it. Right, so you can be half in the road and half outbound if you'd like to excuse me, trailer. So as you can see, this thing's got 31 litres of fuel, and I did actually go mowing with this. I mowed the entire of that big grass field that was on here with this and that side mower that we previously showed in the first bit of the video. I did it all with that. I didn't use any other big equipment, and I didn't use 2 of them, I just used 1. So we got to a fair size, it got a fair amount of use then. And I think I rode it up with this as well. But anyway, I don't know. I'm going to use it to butt rake all this grass in, and then it will be time to well, it won't be time to neglect it, but we'll have to go out spray with the other one. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Also comment if you want me to bring these back as a weekly thing, because I did have them as a weekly thing at one point, and then stuff got in the way. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more today, and I shall see all of you in the next video. Happy farming. Bye bye.